Okay, I'm here to share with you guys some healthy shopping strategies, and this is the first step, I believe, into doing that, is the chart. So, and it helps to have the chart, so when you do leave the house, you have an idea what you're looking for, you're not wasting any time. So there's other things that we're going to show on this video that'll help take you down this journey of the shopping strategies with me today. Okay, now that this is like the second step. What I built is the different days, you can see Sunday through Saturday, and then I plugged in two example days. And so it's real important. So I got my breakfast, I got my snack, I got my lunch, another snack, dinner, and another snack. And so what I did is I plugged in all the different foods I want to shop to put on my list for that particular day. I have oatmeal. They got a quarter cup of fruit. And so then you can plug in all the different fruits you like. My preference was the pineapple, watermelon, grapefruit, kiwi, and strawberries. And it won't be all of those at once. It can maybe just be one that particular day and then maybe another somewhere down the line. The snack, I have peanut butter with apple celery and a quarter cup of almonds. For lunch, I have a turkey club sandwich, whole wheat bread, tomatoes, avocados, romaine lettuce, olive oil, balsamic. For my lunch, for my snack, I have a protein shake with bananas, some frozen orange juice, a quarter cup of Brazilian nuts. For dinner, I have some baked chicken, broccoli, baked sweet potato, and that's for dinner. And for snack, I have sugar-free Jell-O with some cottage cheese. So once I get my meals, I kind of write it on the list, so when I do go shopping, I'm not wasting time. So that's Sunday, and Monday is a little bit different option that you would have, but you're also adding to that grocery list because on the Monday breakfast, it's different from the Sunday breakfast. I have a Spanish turkey sausage omelet with veggies, with a piece of whole wheat toast. Some of my snacks are the same. You can change those up, but I love the peanut butter and celery and apple, so I use that quite a bit. The lunch is a little bit different as far as the sandwich. I'm using a pita chicken, whole wheat, with a red, yellow, green bell peppers. I also have red onions, green olives, and olive oil. Again, a protein shake with the bananas, and then this time I have a quarter cup of walnuts instead of the almonds. The dinner is a little bit different. I have salmon, corn on the cob with whipped cauliflower, and then huckleberry sugar-free pudding. So you can see just in those 2 days I have 40 different food items. I know exactly what we're going to buy. I'm not wasting any time when I go shopping. So that's just in 2 days. So you can imagine if you start plugging all these different days, you're going to have a big variety of foods that you're going to choose from according to the book that we're learning about. And so just in those 2 days, that's a lot of food. So it really helps to have that so when you do go shopping, you're not wasting time. Okay, now that we talked a little bit about that, it's really important. I just got done eating, so that's another important step, is that when you do go shopping, is to make sure you're not hungry, because that will prevent you from buying unnecessary items, the things that you don't want to put in your shopping cart that you'll regret later. So just make sure you guys eat on a full stomach, because that's really important. All right. Okay, now that we're at my favorite grocery store, we're going to go in there and show you how to go through the store to strategize where all the healthier foods are at, which would be on the periphery, and we'll kind of go through that as we get in there. So with that, let's go do some shopping. All right, children, let's go.
I'm recording you now.
Okay. All right, now we're heading down to the outer part of the store where you have most of the fruits and vegetables that you're going to want to eat, which is on the periphery of the store. You can see we have a lot
of things to put in your food list. So it's real important to know where all these items are at. Of course, you'll know the layout of the store as you go through it. It's pretty much everything on the outside of the store where you'll find a lot of these items. Matter of fact, now that I'm here, I think I'm gonna grab a few things. Where to go? I get some broccoli. Hold on, I get some for dinner. I'm having some broccoli and some baked chicken tonight with some sweet potatoes for dinner. So since I'm doing this, I'm also getting some items on here. All right, now we're going to get over to, after we do the fresh fruit stuff, we're going to go into where the meats are at. So first we got salmon, like there's a lot of the seafood stuff is really good salmon. Again, a lot of the fresher meats are in the cases that I usually come here and buy a lot of my stuff fresh and whole. I found this item really good item, like the sausage patties and the sausage turkey is really good for like omelets because it's really good protein. Pretty lean, and actually it's a good variety for your, like your breakfast palette as far as like your food list. Alright. Yeah, like I told you, I was going to be cooking some chicken and some broccoli and sweet potato tonight, so I'm going to get me some chicken breasts to go along with that item that I bought. So this is where I'm going to get my chicken. Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Alright, now we're getting to the place of dairy. Of course, it's still on the outside of the store. Like a lot of the fat-free, fat-free milks are good. I use like a lot of cottage cheeses, but I like the fat-free sour cream is pretty good. Some of the yogurts, I mean, that was part of the diet. I like using a lot of sugar-free jellies. Those are really good as far as a snack item. Some of the cheeses I use to mix in, I use like I like a lot of cheddar cheese to use with like grapes for snacks on occasion. What else? Sometimes we use egg beaters, or sometimes I use just regular eggs. Sometimes you put your favorite toast and stuff with it. Most processed packaged stuff you're going to find is going to be like in the center aisles. Like you have a lot of the packaged stuff. The canned stuff can be high in sodium too. I mean, that's why you want to use a lot of the more fresher vegetables. A lot of stuff. I mean, like the jarred stuff. I mean, there's some stuff in the middle you can find that are pretty decent, like the jarred tomato sauces and stuff that you want to put on your, for your meals and stuff. But if you do come into the middle for the pastas, there's this option, but you also have the option where we'll go last, which is the huckleberry section, which has a more organic flavor to it. So this is the processed section in the middle. Okay, like the canned food, like I was saying, it's better to use more of the fresh. This has you can get a lot of sodium in it. So I mean, it's okay, but it's better and preferable. But use more of the fresher stuff, which is on the outside of the aisles. And if you want to pan over here, you can see like the instant, more of the instant stuff, like the ramen noodles, the potatoes, the stovetop. Okay, now so you can see we have like. Sorry, because I want to go back there. Okay, well we have like the instant macaroni and cheese, the cheesy skillet, hamburger helper stuff. You know, that's the stuff that's going to be really high processed stuff. It's not as good for you. So all these kind of items we found in the middle of this. The last part of our shopping spree is there is some exceptions as far as like where things are at in the store, as far as like the center. And the Sari shop at is Huckleberry's, which is actually in the middle of the store. So we have a pan up there, you can see the sign. So there's a lot of really good, cool, organic stuff in this section. As far as like even your dairy, some of your dairy products, you see some of the dairy products, some of the soy stuff you can find, yogurts, eggs, cottage cheeses, and whatnot. Even some of the snack items you can see are some of the organic stuff in here you can find that are a little bit different from the stuff that we found in the other part of the store that was in the middle of the. Okay, coming down this aisle is you'll find a lot of the bulk items as far as like the pastas, nuts, dried fruits, the non-processed stuff for like cooking, which is great. So if you're going to prepare your foods or desserts, these are a great place to come to find those the better flours and stuff to cook with. Quinoas, your organic foods that are overall better for you. So this is a good place to go, and that's where I like to shop too when I do cook stuff. Is this stuff here in Huckleberry's.